It's all about how a super talented player controls the ball, wiggles it past opponents, and makes them look like they're dancing to the wrong beat. Imagine Diego Maradona, the Argentine legend. He was like a magician with the ball. He could make it stick to his feet, dodge defenders like they were invisible, and score goals that made everyone's jaw drop. Remember his mind-blowing goal against England in the 1986 World Cup? That's the kind of magic his dribbling brought to the game. However, the sad reality of the story is that there aren't many football players who can replicate Maradona's dribbling skills. But in this video, we listed down the 10 best dribblers in the history of the game. Number 1. Diego Maradona. Maradona possessed exceptional dribbling skills, making it seem as though the ball was inseparable from his left foot whenever he attacked towards defenders. He was so synonymous with dribbling that his own unique style was given a name, Gambetta, which described as a combination of skills and deception. His dribbling also drew comparisons with tango, a traditional Argentine dance. Maradona's ability to weave in and out of tackles was remarkable for two key reasons. Firstly, the pitches were mostly terrible during his career. Second, attackers didn't get much protection from referees in those days. Some of the challenges against Maradona would have been clear red cards today. During the 1986 World Cup, Maradona showcased his most renowned dribble, starting from his team's half. He dribbled past 4 England outfielders and the keeper before placing the goal into the net. The Argentine commentator shouted passionately and asked, "What planet do you come from?" But Maradona is not the only dribbler Argentina has ever produced. Lionel Messi is also exceptionally good when it comes to dribbling. Messi made his professional debut for Barcelona just 7 years after Diego Maradona retired from professional football. They might be very different characters off the pitch, but the similarities on the pitch between Maradona and Messi are uncanny. The younger Argentine even scored a replica of Diego's goal against England. During a La Liga match between FC Barcelona and Getafe in 2007, Messi left several Getafe players down before shooting the ball into the net. Incredibly, that might not even be his best ever solo goal. Messi scored another stunning goal against Athletic Bilbao in 2015. He picked up the ball on the right touchline, tricked his way past 4 opponents, and fired a shot in past the keeper. Even in his 30s, Messi is still a world-class dribbler. His acceleration isn't quite what it was, but defenders still struggle. Number 2. Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane was one of the most elegant footballers to ever play the game. He wasn't particularly quick, but his magnificent balance and close control made him a world-class dribbler. Zidane usually played in the center of the pitch where space is hardest to come by, but because he never let the ball go too far away from him, he could evade tackles even in the most crowded areas. Zidane will always be remembered for the roulette, also known as the 360 turn. It was a move he perfected early on in his career. Even the very best teams fell victim to Zidane's marvelous ball control. The Frenchman dribbled with his head up, continually assessing the options around him. He never dribbled just for the sake of it. If it was better to make a pass, that's what Zidane did, and it was usually accurate too. Number 3. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho is one of the most entertaining footballers we've ever seen. The Brazilian star was always grinning on the pitch, and he made sure the fans were having just as much fun as him. Ronaldinho was a magician. He had an exquisite ability to dodge tackles, leaving defenders red-faced and fans open-mouthed. Opponents resorted to desperate measures to stop him, but a little tug of the shirt wasn't enough. One defender who tried that was left embarrassed. It's a shame Ronaldinho's peak didn't last longer, but it's best to celebrate his immense talent rather than dwell on what might have been. As a dribbler, Ronaldinho was an absolute genius. Number 4. Garrincha. The odds were stacked against Garrincha right from the very start. As a child who was declared a cripple by a local doctor, his right leg was bent inwards and was 6 centimeters shorter than his left. No one could have imagined that he'd grow up to become one of the greatest footballers of all time. Often referred to as the king of the dribble, Garrincha was a natural entertainer who used tricks and feints to get past his marker. The bow-legged winger was part of Brazil's World Cup winning team in 1958. 4 years later, he was the man to watch as they won the trophy again. In the entire history of football, no one made more people happy than Garrincha, said Uruguayan writer Eduardo Galeano. Number 4. Ronaldo. For Brazilian Ronaldo, it was a different case, because back in the days, dribblers were small and slight. Ronaldo was very different, 6 feet tall and super strong. He combined pace, power, and technical ability like few others. The sight of Ronaldo storming past opponents was a sight to behold. He had quick feet for someone of his size, and it was impossible to catch up with him when he was running at full speed. Ronaldo's best ever dribble was in a game for Barcelona against Compostela. Ronaldo won possession in his own half, took the ball around 5 opponents to apply the finishing touch. A series of knee injuries robbed Ronaldo of his explosive pace, but his technical ability was undiminished. Even goalkeepers weren't safe from his stepovers, as Ghana's goalkeeper Richard Kingston found out at the 2006 World Cup. Number 5. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff is one of the most influential footballing figures of all time. He helped Rinus Michels create a total football style popularized by Ajax and Holland. Later, he built Barcelona into the super club we all know today. Cruyff was a deep thinker about the game. He was intelligent both on and off the field, but he was also an instinctive talent who could do amazing things with the ball at his feet. He's most famous for the Cruyff turn, which he performed at the 1974 World. "I still cannot understand," his Swedish victim Jan Olsson said. "Now when I see the video, every time I think I've got the ball, when he's about to kick the ball, I'm sure I'm going to take it. But every time he surprises me." That was Cruyff's signature move, but he showed his dribbling ability on countless other occasions. The Dutchman was basically two-footed, so defenders didn't know which way he was going to go. Number 5. George Best. Now, if we're talking about natural talent, not many players in history had more of it than George Best. The Man United legend could have been more consistent. His time at the top was relatively short, and he struggled with various off-field issues, but at his peak, Best lived up to his surname. The Northern Irishman was part of United's Holy Trinity alongside Sir Bobby Charlton and Dennis Law. Best was the biggest entertainer of the trio with his repertoire of tricks, flicks, and body feints. He loved to leave defenders in his wake. People were transfixed, bewitched, and delighted by the impish, cheeky skills of Best that invariably brought a smile to all, except the defenders who had to face him, said BBC journalist John May. Number 6. Pele. Pele could do everything. He scored goals with both feet and his head. He created chances as well as converting them. Pele could play in several different positions. The Brazilian isn't always renowned for his dribbling. That's just because he was equally brilliant at everything else. Quick, skillful, and ambidextrous with his feet, Pele could get past defenders in different ways. Sometimes he used raw pace to leave opponents in the dust. On other occasions, he used his nimble footwork to get out of tight spots. Even when he was surrounded by several opponents, Pele came out with the ball. Some defenders tried to foul Pele to knock him off his stride, but even that wasn't enough to stop the king of Brazilian football. Number 7. Neymar. Let's be honest, watching Neymar can be a frustrating experience. His theatrics turn many people off, but we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that he's one of the most gifted footballers on the planet. Neymar has a wonderful goal-scoring record for FC Barcelona and Brazil, but his best quality is undoubtedly dribbling. Neymar isn't slow, but he usually gets past opponents with silky footwork rather than raw pace. Even as a youngster at Santos, Ney was an elite dribbler. He honed his skills at Barcelona, and he was a major threat to fullback backs. Like him or not, Neymar is one of the most devastating players of the modern era. Okay, let's do some honorable mentions, shall we? Number 8. Stanley Matthews. From the 1930s to the 1950s, most English teams played the same way. They tried to work the ball out wide to the winger, who ran to the byline and get crosses into the box. Stanley Matthews was the greatest dribbler English footballers ever produced. His pace, balance, and close control earned him the nickname the Wizard of the Dribble. Number 9. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, younger viewers might only know Cristiano Ronaldo as a relentless goal-scoring machine. Earlier on in his career, the Portuguese was a step-over-loving winger who enjoyed teasing fullbacks, combining skill with speed. Ronaldo was very difficult to stop when in full flow. His dribbling became more infrequent at Real Madrid. CR7 focused on scoring goals and winning trophies. Number 10. Jimmy Johnston. In 1967, Celtic won the European Cup with a team of local lads. Every member of the 15-man squad that beat Benfica in the final was born within 30 miles of Celtic Park. Jimmy Johnston was the star of that team. Despite only being 5 foot 4 inches, the diminutive winger honed his dribbling skills as a kid by moving the ball in and out of milk bottles in his hallway. Who else would you add to our list of football's best dribblers? Give us your opinion in the comments section below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.